I'm back. So today we had a live stream and we fucking, we checked out some pretty dope ass bands today. Let me go ahead and situate this real quick. Yep, we had a lot of dope ass bands today in the live stream, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this, man. I'm pretty excited to take a look at this. It's Devin Townsend. I have not checked out a Devin Townsend album. And Devin Townsend's pretty unique artist. If none of you have ever heard of Devin Townsend before, then I highly suggest the song Kingdom. It's really good. But first, we're going to read his biography real quick. So I know that this guy actually helped Lamb of God create not Ashes of the Awake. As the Palaces Burns, he helped them write their sophomore album. Which is news to me. Whiplash had told me about that, and I was like, wow, that's really fucking cool. Never knew that. So we're going to read this off of AllMusic. It's a long one, but we're going to do it anyways. Canadian progressive metal singer and guitarist Devin Townsend has been referred to in the rock press as a multi-everythingist. Well, in addition to being a celebrated instrumentalist, he is a composer, producer, arranger, and band leader. While his earliest recorded appearance was as a vocalist with Steve Vai's band on Sex and Religion, he also worked with Frontline Assembly, fucking dope, I didn't know that, and Skinny Puppy, that is also dope. Never had a clue that he worked with Frontline Assembly, that's cool as shit, that's one of my favorite industrial acts. And led the almost unbearably heavy extreme metal group Strapping Young Lad, yes I know that. His recorded solo work since 1997's rocking sci-fi opus, Ocean Machine, Biomech, has been hotly debated in extreme music circles. He has recorded more than 24 solo studio... 24? 24 solo albums? Oh my god, dude, that's insane! It's insane! With a variety of musicians. His undeniably progressive, shape-shifting conceptual outfit, the Devin Townsend Project, is perhaps the best known of his outlets. Their albums Kai, Ziltoid, which we're doing today, Dark Matters, and we're doing Ziltoid the Omniscient, not Ziltoid Dark Matters. 2015 and Transcendence 2016 revealed Townsend's delivering his ambition in unified, accessible, and provocative projects that have all been readily embraced by the metal and rock and prog rock communities. Townsend was born May 5th, 1972 in Vancouver, British Columbia. That's Canada, in case you guys need to know. After picking up the banjo at age 5, he moved to guitar at age 12, and within a few years was leading the band Grey Skies, later known as Noisescapes. Sending the group's demo to Relativity label, Townsend was not only offered a solo deal, but was also tapped to sing on Steve Vai's 1993 LP Sex and Religion, a collaboration that further extended to the Guitar Gods' 1996 effort Fire Garden. In between, Townsend worked on a series of projects with Frontline Assembly. That is fucking cool as shit. I didn't even know he did that. And in 1995, issued the solo Heavy as a really heavy thing under the alias Strapping Young Lad. A stint with the satiric punk band Punky Brewster yielded the Cooked on Phonics LP before Townsend began work on the second Strapping Young Lad album, 1997 City. In a move away from the industrial and death metal of previous recordings, he next formed Ocean Machine with J.R. Harder and Marty Chapman for the accessible Biomech, which was issued later that year. Biomech is Ocean Machine, correct? Yeah. Townsend's first solo album to be released under his own name was 1998's Infinity, and it directly followed a difficult period for the artist in which he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. He would later identify his condition as an explanation for the difference in sound and approach between Strapping Young Lad and Ocean Machine. 2000 saw a mentally stronger Townsend release the sharp-focused and melodic speed metal album Physicist, while 2001's Terraria, which is another album by him, channeled an ambient pop sound. February 2003 brought an eponymous Strapping Young Lad record, which returned to a traditional death metal template. Sessions for this release took place during the same period those for the acclaimed first album under the Devin Townsend band moniker Accelerated Evolution. This record was issued just a month after Strapping Young Lad release, and Townsend received praise for creating a modern metal album that wasn't afraid to nod to 70s and 80s arena rock in a post-grunge world. While 2006 Synkestra didn't quite reach the same high standard, Townsend continued to keep things fresh by following a straight-up ambient record, The Hummer with Ziltoid the Omniscient. That's the album we're looking at today. A rock opera about an alien who travels to Earth in search of the ultimate cup of coffee. That's cool as shit. In the immediate years that followed Ziltoid, Townsend took a break from the music industry to rest, recharge, and rediscovered the cathartic aspect of composition. In March 2009, a shaven head, teetotaling, Townsend announced an intended 4-album sequence from the Devin Townsend project, billed as an opportunity to show that he could create new music without the assistance of drugs. The strongest of these 4 releases was November 2009's Addicted, which a Minotaur tells me that's one of the best albums of all time by him, on which he collaborated with former Gathering vocalist Anneke van Giersbergen. Giersbergen returned Anneke van Giersbergen. And I've seen a couple live videos of them together. They sound amazing. She returned to a central role on an unexpected 5th Devin Townsend project album in 2012, the pop-infused Epic Loud. Epic Loud is, in 2014, Townsend released the ambitious Ziltoid 2, or Z Squared, a double album that featured a Devin Townsend project album, Sky Blue, and a conceptual album, Dark Matters. The latter of which was a sequel to 2007's Ziltoid the Omniscient, which is the album we're doing today. 2015 saw the release of Ziltoid live at the Royal Albert Hall, a recording of Townsend's performance at the prestigious London venue in April of that year. Despite a claim that he was taking a year off, Townsend kept writing and recording in March of 2016 and released a new TTP album titled Transcendence. It was released in September after a tour. He disbanded the outfit. Over the next several years, Townsend toured selectively, with his various shape-shifting bands, issued 3 separate albums on his catalog on vinyl, and began writing his most ambitious project titled Empath. Townsend prefaced its release with a social media warning to fans. Some of you won't like it, some of you will be very confused by it, some of you will be alienated by it. The reason for this statement was that in the past, Townsend always recorded albums to showcase where he was at any given time, even if it meant that he would be showcasing a wide variety of styles on an album with 2019's widely diverse and exotic Empath. I haven't listened to any song off that album. I don't think I have. He chose to create an offering that would depict under a single sonic umbrella every musical space he'd inhabited up to the present time, sometimes within a single track. In order to point his way forward, his guest list for the date included Mike Keneally as his music director, former boss Steve Vai, and the Electra Women's Choir, Casualties of Cool partner Che Ami Dorvale, Anneke van Giersbergen, drummers Morgan Agren, Anup Sastry. I don't know who is that. I'm pretty sure that's Periphery. Is that Periphery? Samus Polisili and Chad Kroger from Nickelback, the vocalist who convinced Townsend to undertake Empath in the first place. Upon release, the set was greeted by mostly positive reviews, but in true Townsend fashion, he claimed to agree equally with critical and affirmative ones. A live rendition of the album Order of Magnitude Empath Live Volume 1 arrived in October 2020. This is my live album review of Ziltoid, the Omniscient by Devin Townsend. Let's get at it!